I decided to go cruelty-free this past December. Mostly I just wanted some sort of change in my life, and I was getting pretty tired of having the usual lose 20 pounds in a year resolution that just never happened. I took a different route this year. I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about why I went cruelty-free, the resources that I used to go cruelty-free, some misconceptions that I used to have about going cruelty-free. I made a little bit of a list just so I can keep my thoughts together to prevent this from going all over the place. Also, disclaimer, I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still relatively new to this cruelty-free thing. So this is just more of a video of me going about my personal experience, what I've been doing, and sharing it with you guys. Without any further ado, I'm gonna hop right to it. To begin, I guess I should tell you guys why I decided to go cruelty-free. So like I said, I wanted to have some sort of lifestyle change. Going cruelty-free was something that I have been interested for a really long time. I'd say about maybe 3 to 4 years, but it's not something that I ever truly considered because I always thought that cruelty-free makeup, skincare were just too expensive. Honestly, I'm on a budget. Like, I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I can't spend like $100 on a lip balm or whatever the hell she's doing with her life. I'd say maybe like 2 or 3 months before December, I decided to do a little bit more research on it. And turns out going cruelty-free is not that expensive, to be honest. There are a lot of drugstore brands that are cruelty-free now, and I don't know if that's some sort of a new thing or if it's just something that I have been unaware of this entire time. Because I saw that and I thought that this was something that I can actually do, I decided to just do it. So this is where I am now, and to be honest, it doesn't really feel that different. This might also be because I still have a lot of not cruelty-free makeup that I'm currently trying to use up, because I do have a lot of makeup that's not cruelty-free. Like, most of the new purchases that I have made in regards to makeup have been drugstore products or drugstore price products, in the case of like ColourPop. So it hasn't really impacted my life that much for me to, at least for now, be able to justify going back to not using cruelty-free products. I figured that, you know, this is one of the smallest contributions I could make to something bigger than myself, at least for now, in regards to consumerism culture. And to be honest, makeup isn't a necessity for me. It's something that I enjoy. It's fun. It's something that I do for myself, and it is certainly a part of my personal self-care, but I could live without makeup if I had to. Again, I just figured, why the fuck not? So far, it's been incredibly easy and totally not expensive, which is not something that I thought would be possible, like I said before. Again, that's just my personal experience. I do live in a bigger city in California, so maybe it's easier for me than it would be for you, but I do have some tips if you guys are considering maybe making this transition in your life. I'm gonna give you guys some tips. Now, again, like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm still relatively new at this, so I'm sure there's plenty for me to learn. I think sometimes it's important to like know from a beginner what they're doing to get started, particularly for like a life change like this, which sounds a lot more dramatic than it really is. But anyway, my first tip, and this is the one that's most important for me, don't pressure yourself too much. That's like one of the things that I really struggled with in the beginning, I think, because I went into it full on and I was just like, okay, no cruelty-free things at all. I'm just gonna support, like, you know, the good brands. I'm not gonna use anything from a parent company, which, if you don't know, a parent company is like the bigger company that owns little smaller companies. For example, Kat Von D is cruelty-free. So if you buy Kat Von D products, you're supporting Kat Von D, which is cruelty-free, which is good, but ultimately you are also giving money to its bigger owner, which I believe is L'Oreal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some people have a lot of problems with that. I personally don't love that fact of parent companies, but like I said, I'm trying not to be too hard on myself, and I'm giving myself some breathing room. If you're not familiar with every cruelty-free brand on the market at the moment, it's something that you're just starting out with, and sometimes you might be at the drugstore and you need a concealer really fast or a mascara really fast, and you may have to buy something from a company that has a cruel parent company. It's fine. It's important to give yourself that breathing room until you learn of other brands, and you are able to make more conscious decisions. Now, in regards to resources, so my two favorite resources to use in regards to cruelty-free brand research are Logical Harmony and Cruelty-Free Kitty. I think Logical Harmony is probably my favorite. I just personally like how she structures her lists a little bit better, but she is incredible. She actually has lists of cruelty-free brands, she has lists of pending brands, and she has a list for cruel brands. And basically the way she determines these things is she emails each individual company and asks them about their practices, and then she gives weekly updates for brands, which is just amazing. I think her website is like one of the generally most trusted websites in regards to cruelty-free makeup, so I highly recommend her. Cruelty-Free Kitty as well, by the way, like both of them are great. So things that I personally do to keep track of these things, because it's good to do your research, but you're not going to remember 100 brands off the top of your head. One of my favorite things to do, just in general, not even for just makeup, I keep lists on my phone for everything. But one of the first things that I did when I went cruelty-free was that I scrolled through both Cruelty-Free Kitty and the Logical Harmony lists, and I made 2 lists on my phone. So I have a drugstore cruelty-free lists. I don't know if you guys can see this, let me see. I have a drugstore cruelty-free list, and these are all brands that I have seen at my local drugstores that I know of that I can just scroll through quickly if I'm at the store and I need to pick up something, because sometimes it takes too much time to go to the website and search everything. Like this way you already know what you have available at your drugstore and you can just flip through it really quickly. And then I also have a high-end list, which this one I don't use that often because like I don't really go to Sephora that often, but I do like keeping it on my phone just in case. And then I also have another list where if I see a certain product that I'm interested in, that I've seen people talk about it or that I've seen a blog post about it, I keep it as part of my wish list. This is just something that I've always done, like even before going cruelty-free. Like if I like a certain product, I just put it in there. Since they're on your phone, you always have them with you. It's just the easiest thing for me, honestly. Something that I actually have not done, but I really want to do, mark up your makeup. Basically, go through your makeup and any brand that is not cruelty-free, put a sticker on it, mark it with a marker or something, just so you can know that once you run out of that product, don't repurchase it. So like Revlon, L'Oreal, Maybelline, CoverGirl, like all those big brands at the drugstore, those automatically just like roll them out of your brands. But again, don't feel too discouraged. Like there are so many drugstore brands that are cruelty-free, Milani being one of them. That's a brand that I've wanted to try out more of their stuff from, just in general, because I've heard so many amazing things about them. And then I got really excited when I found out that they were actually cruelty-free. You have e.l.f., which has really stepped up their game. I've always loved their blushes and their brushes. I think those two are like some of my favorite e.l.f. products. They even have a skincare line now, which I really want to try out as well. Wet n Wild, their lipsticks are amazing. NYX, which is generally, you know, recommended brand. It's like a drugstore cruelty-free option. So like there's brands out there, you know, that are like readily available, that are options. So don't be too intimidated, don't be too scared. Just do your research, keep lists. It sounds like a lot more tedious work than it is, to be honest. I think it's worth it in the end. You know, you're doing something good. I think that's it, guys. If you guys have any questions or any recommendations or video ideas or anything like that that you want me to go over in regards to being cruelty-free, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section down below. But like I said, I am still relatively new at this, so don't expect me to go into too much detail about certain things because I'm still learning. But like I said, it's a process and I'm giving myself time to learn all these things. But anyway, so that is going to be it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.